Thanks. Yeah, no, top 16. Top 16. I lost against Coast. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I've played Pencho. I'm his only loss so far. So that's how I met Pencho because I didn't know him before. And we kept chatting afterwards because I met new friends through online magic. And so yeah, I've discussed what he's playing for. I would say 4-color good stuff, 3-color good stuff. What is it? Four colors, I guess. And Nicolas is on a sweet troll, control troll, counter troll deck. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, well, it's a bit good stuff. So it's 7 creatures, right? The Suchi, Serra, Urnum, and the Urnums are there to beat all the 4/4s basically, and the rest is the minimal package, right? It's almost the deck without the tomes. Yeah, we have more time between the rounds, so they like to start. Yeah, he's playing control counter, set troll disco, whatever. With 3 control magics main, which is awesome. Of course. Oh, they can't hear Timmy. We can't hear Timmy, says Hank. That would be weird.
Let's see, device.
We can't
Oh,
hear Timmy.
okay. Can you hear me now? Should work now.
Okay,
Thank
in
you,
10
Hank.
seconds from now.
You're a lifesaver. Let us know if you can hear me now. That would be quite helpful. So we're here at the semifinals of the Winter Derby, and I think the players want to start, right? So why not just give them the go?
Yeah.
We're here for the magic. We're here not to listen to us. So I'll send them a chat.
Let's see, guys. If you hear Timmy, let us know because well, Timmy is asking, but you can't hear him. So hopefully you hear Timmy by now. Timmy knows sounds. Sounds like you're talking to yourself. Timmy works now. Okay, Timmy works
Timmy
now. So
works.
we're all in.
Yeah.
They'll start just to talk a little bit about Nicholas's deck. So it's troll disco, but with 3 control magic main and 3 maces. So you need to overcommit the board to actually get a creature through. And then the fun part is if you overcommit, he can blow a disc, so you start all over. So I think it is very hard to get a creature through. And because Pencho and Nicolas both are playing with 1 X spell, it can probably be
So
kind of control.
We could get very long games.
Yeah, I think I expect long games. Although after sideboarding, it becomes interesting because I think it will be even more controlish. Okay.
So Pencho on the players being the high seed, right? It's a best of 5. Yeah. Are we going to see Ancestral Recall? What an opening! Oh! Maybe he didn't even have lands in hand, but 2 of those nuts and then the Ancestral.
Or he keeps his land drop because he first wants to see which other lands he draws, of course.
Yes, true, absolutely, yeah.
It's interesting because when I played him, I had no deck photo, of course, and I saw Urnum, and I was like, "Oh, damn it!" And I had really close games against him.
Mind Twist, yeah.
Well, Mind Twist for 3, so sort of equal, right? Although he loses Lotus and Twist to that Mind Twist, so.
True. And Pencho, of course, played the Ancestral Recall, so it's not as devastating as a Mind Twist can be, I guess. And by the way, Nicolas is playing at very classy man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it manga style? What is it?
I guess.
What goes into the graveyard?
Does ring a bell somewhere.
I think he alters himself as well.
Oh, nice, cool.
Mishra. Yeah, I'm not sure if the alters he's playing are his own, but I think I saw a Magic account where he creates alters himself. So.
Oh, nice.
I so suck at.
So maybe we're going to see Suchi now, right? Potentially. Nope, I guess not. No. Passes.
Urnum is out of his hand, else it would be turn 2 Urnum, which of course is good because removal-wise, Nicolas needs then mace because the bolts are not going to cut it, right?
So how many
it's a
mazes? Oh yeah, so Nicolas playing quite a lot of mazes, right?
three maces main.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and that's what Nicolas's play is. So with one mace, you need to have 2 creatures at least. If there's then a set stroll, you need 3 creatures. But let's say that there's no set stroll, but he has a disc, then you also need to commit with 2 creatures. Then the disc blows, then you need 2 more, right? So he's just let you overcommit and feel pain for a very long time.
What I like also about that playing with, there's a Loa, interesting. Because
after the strip mine is gone, after the strip mine.
Pencho used the strip mine pretty aggressively, but he didn't have a follow-up.
Yeah, because Nicolas didn't have a land drop, so I think he thought, well, no land drop, I'll go aggressive. But now, well, Pencho knew, of course, that he needs the strip mine on the maces, so I'm actually pretty surprised that was the play.
Yeah, so it's a Soul Ring altar, just to clarify. So this is Saruman from Lord of the Rings.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, for the clarification. Yeah, Pencho not finding any threats, it seems. That's, of course, good for Nicolas, right? Because he's got the active Loa.
Yeah, and with the strip mine being gone, Pencho now needs a regrowth or a Chaos Orb to sort of level the playing field again. Yeah, Hank, on that, Pencho felt a little bit sick, he told me on Tuesday, but he did open a bottle of wine and is smoking cigarettes because, well, that is his, let's say, style of magic.
Love it. Where is he from? Where's he from? I've never seen him before.
Sorry, Pencho, if I offend you, but I think he's from Bulgaria, but living in the Czech Republic. So in
sweet.
Prague or near Prague. So what's that for kind of? I think it's a strip mine altar he now played.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, looking at the text box.
Yeah, and I actually saw this on his page. Ooh, there is defense.
Yeah, like more security, right? That's what the deck of Nicolas does, right?
but look at this. So now Pencho needs 2 creatures before he can start dealing damage, but then he blows up the disc, and then he needs 2 others. So Pencho needs 4 creatures to start dealing damage.
And I think here you feel because Pencho is playing kind of this control plan, but then with creatures that he doesn't have any jam day tomes. Because if he would have like a jam day tome, we could say, okay, he's drawing a card with the Loa, but I'm also drawing a card. So at least having an even playing field. But now, every single turn, Nicolas is getting further and further ahead.
Yeah. This will already be a tough game. Of course, Pencho can disenchant the disc, so then he doesn't need 4 creatures, but he only needs 2. He can recreate the strip mine, so there's plenty of stuff still to go. But and of course, Pencho has now Swords to Plosives against Setstrol, so it's not like Nicolas has a lot of creatures.
Okay, yeah. And is Pencho also playing Recall probably?
Not Recall. Nicolas is actually. So as far as I know, let's double check. I know that Nicolas is. Pencho is not playing Recall. He's playing Geyser, Mana Drain, and 4 counters. Also no Recall in the sideboard.
4 counters.
But I don't want to go to sideboard. And I don't want to go too much ahead of this game. Definitely not to game 2. But I think Pencho's plan here should be Swords to Plosive every set stroll. Do not play any creatures to feed the control magic. And literally Fireball counterspell for the kill.
Wow, that's a long plan.
And there's 1 Fireball.
Wow.
I don't see. I mean, if he doesn't Swords the creature, he can Spirit Link it because he has 2 Spirit Links mains. But Nicolas's game an Ancestral Recall as well.
more card advantage. He needs a Library of Lang, Nicolas. Crazy.
Yeah, Nicolas has, of course, also a recall to get. Nicolas plays 4 Settrolls and the Swamp King. So just 5 creatures.
Yeah, it's nice to see a Swamp King. It's a good creature, 5 for 5, 5 for 5 with an upside.
Yeah. Yeah, and the funny part, with all these line dip bolts, the decks,
yeah,
sort of life matters, right? And even if it only gives you 1 or 2 lives, it could matter, right? So I'm not saying that that's why you should play it, but the gain 1 life for a black spell is definitely an upside, of course.
Is Solkanar the most playable legendary creature? When we talk about Swedish?
Yeah, in my opinion, it is. This is a
Demonic Tutor? Yeah, I was thinking the same. Maybe holding that ring, right? Maybe kind of a Lord of the Rings reference as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the deck pick. I got it in front of me. It is the demonic tutor. Obviously, he's looking in his deck, so it is the demonic tutor. What will he look for? A breakdasher for more cards? A counterspell to have some backup?
Yeah, counterspell is of course the boring option, but maybe the best because you want to be double safe, or just a
Yeah.
threat. At a certain point, he can start animating his factory as well and start attacking. Even though there's a pretty big chance it'll get destroyed, but you need to at a certain point try to put some pressure on, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Nicholas is also having a fireball in his deck, right?
Yeah, one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're both. I think even post board they're on one X spell both.
The
No,
battle of the
well,
fireballs. We'll call
Nicholas
this
has
the
an
battle of the
earthquake.
balls.
Better of the balls, yeah. Nicholas has a earthquake sideboard, so.
Put that in, but not yet. So the first two games without
Not yet.
sideboard.
Not yet. Oh man, this is. I mean, if I was Nicholas, I would really, let the Loa ride, right? So.
Yes. Yeah. There's no need to rush anything as long as you're drawing twice as many cards.
I saw the Swamp King. I saw the Swamp King.
Oh, he's gonna
first draw cards. Yeah.
Maybe he looked up the Swamp King. Now that would be cool.
That would be awesome, right? What are you
looked
gonna
up
do
the
there?
Swamp
The
King.
Swamp King.
Solkanar.
And maybe Pencho now thinks, how can I live link it, right? Or spirit link it.
That would be nice. He's got 2 spirit links, right? That he plays.
Yeah, 2 main.
Nice.
Main.
Let's see. Are we going to see a spirit link? Swords.
Swords counter. Mana drain.
Mana drain. Okay. And no counter back.
No. Okay. This sticks. By the way, Pencho also has a mace main and a sideboard, but a mace main. So he has 4 swords, 2 spirit links, and a mace and a balance for creature removal. And a case.
Here's the Ernie. So this is another interesting thing, right? He could have chosen to. Oh, and now a balance. Oh, interesting. Because of the cards in hand, of course. He could have chosen to first go Urnham, see if it got countered. Probably not, right? And then do the swords. But I guess he would have never countered the Urnham.
But this is interesting because why? I mean, he's not afraid of the Swamp King. Else he
No,
would have.
no. How many cards does Pencho have in hand? Is it just the one?
Yeah, I saw at least one when I quick, but I can't see them anywhere. So it needs to be in his left hand because he's smoking in his right hand.
I think there's only a 1 card, so.
I'll tell you Pencho stories when we go to the second game, right?
Love it. I'm liking this guy already.
Yeah, man. Ooh, 2 tomes. A disc and a mace.
Tomes, yeah. Oh, tomes. Yeah. Maybe because he can keep 1 card, right? So maybe he didn't understand perhaps that he could keep 1 card, because then I would keep a tome. Right?
Yeah.
I would keep a tome. Yeah,
because
because then you can start drawing. Because you've got your security anyway. You got the Swamp King. You got all your stuff. You got your mace.
Yeah. Yeah, your disc as backup plan. So now Pencho just needs a quick regrowth to strip that Loa and then a disenchant the tome, and then a spirit link or a sword. Well, he has a lot of lands already, Pencho, so he can just top deck a lot of good stuff, right?
Oh, and Solkanar has Swamp Walk, right?
Yeah, it does.
I love this card. So it's also unblockable. Wow. So it is interesting what you said, right? That Pencho wasn't afraid of the Solkanar. Because he could have gone for keep Urnham in hand, play balance. Of course, then Nicholas can keep 2 cards, but then the Solkanar would have been gone.
Yeah, and Pencho could have kept Urnham to put some pressure on the board. Not that it really matters with a disc, but still, the disc would blow up also 2 Velvers, and so I think that would have been the better play. But hey, Tutor, now Tutor for what? Tutor for what?
There's so many problems on the board. He already played balance, already played ancestral. Are we going to see a counterspell from Nicholas? Maybe, I guess not, because he was using the book. Of course,
he drew a response to see if there's a counter. Yeah. He can get a mace because that's sort of.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a strip mine. No, Nicholas has a strip mine.
Oh yeah,
out
that's an
there.
altered card. Yeah, okay. So Mace is
Yeah.
also out of the picture. It's yeah, I guess you could also get a sword because if he would have had a counterspell, he would have countered to demonic.
True.
Or yeah,
Swords or
not.
a Shadowstorm? Shadowstorm?
Sweet.
No. Yeah, he needs to get rid of that Swamp King, and Swords is the only thing that does it. But at the same time, that Tome is killing him. But yeah, though, I mean,
There's so many problems for him
the
on the
Swamp
board.
King is a
Yeah.
3-turn clock, right? So
Yeah, I think Swamp King eliminate first. It's the right first point of business. We've got 37 people in the chat, by the way. So nice of you all to join us. It's always sweet. And one of these two gentlemen will make it into the finals. And you already told me, Richard, there's no Dutch person in the finals. I'm really sad, but also no American in the finals.
no, it's Rob Hackney, I guess, who made it, and I think he's Canadian. So as far as I'm aware. So oh yeah, Nicolas actually gains a life because of the black spell. Shall we chat?
Yeah, sure. Feel free to show. We're not judges, by the way, but yeah, we can put something in.
Yeah, I'll chat. If they pick it up, they pick it up. If not, but thanks for notifying us.
Yeah, absolutely. Shocknar. I don't know if I pronounced her name correctly, but
But Rob made it all the way through the finals. I saw actually every match that was streamed. I saw out of the derby because I was highly interested after making top 16 myself. But
yeah,
it's Koos, Henk, and me made it 3 Dutchies. But I had to play Koos, and then Henk lost the top 16, and Koos lost the top 8. So we couldn't get eliminated any faster than that. So
it happens.
well done. Well done to the others, I would say. And it's also funny because many line dip bold decks made it, but we're here on good stuff versus troll, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, then there's always a whole different meta again, right? Once you get into that top 16. Even after, because you have a first round Winter Derby, right? And then you have a second round.
He took the Kaiser, and he just goes full pool. So as many cards as he can get. And I get that. Because now he just needs to have a bunch of good stuff. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Go Pencho, find something.
Yeah. I don't remember if you saw Koos. I think that was in his top 8. Koos went, I think, maybe I was wrong, wheel, time walk into time twister into time walk. something like that. Right? He couldn't win game 2, but he won game 2, right? Oh, there's the plane. So now if he pulls on through a Spirit Link or Swords. Yeah, Swords. Okay. That works.
And it's gone, so no counter magic.
Yeah, but here it comes. So Nicolas is now on 20. He wasn't 21, so 26. So now Pencho needs a huge fireball, right?
Yeah, now we're back in the fireball scenario. And I wonder here, I think Pencho's frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah, so we just have to wait until he's back.
Yeah, we saw where Pencho is playing. He's actually playing in his shed. Because when I was playing him, he told me that he was shaking a little bit with his hands. Because he's playing in his shed and there's no heating. And at that moment, it was about -10 in Prague.
Oh, wow.
So he was playing in the shed with -10, shaking. But to help the shaking, he was drinking alcohol.
Oh, nice.
And smoking a cigarette. I mean, epic dedication.
Oh, he's gone. He's back. Okay, so we got to mute him again.
Yeah, you got to switch the screens, right?
Yeah, I got to check the... Wait, let me go. Okay, I think we're still good, though.
Well, you can drag and drop them because probably the names are beneath. No, they're not actually.
No. I just... Okay, no, we're back. It's a bit confusing because now they're on the other side, but...
Yeah.
That works.
So now we have to say it's Nicolas against Pencho.
I don't want to fiddle with it too much, because then something goes wrong. And...
Yeah, true.
Anyway, we're back. Strangely enough, I cannot Oh yeah, I can swap them. Look at me go here.
Yeah, you can easily
Yeah.
swap them. So completely another part. So you call that drag and drop, right? You're dragging and dropping.
Yes.
So I had a guy who worked in IT for a very long time, and he literally always thought it was drag and drop.
Drag and
Eh,
drop. Sweet.
Yeah, and he didn't understand why people would say, "Yeah, just drag and drop." And then after I don't know how long, we said he wrote, he read somewhere it was drag and drop, and he said, "Are you kidding me? Is it drag and drop?" Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, drag and drop. But what does drag and drop mean? He said, "Yeah, I didn't know, but I knew what I had to do." Okay, so yeah, some people
Yeah,
are
you could say he probably played too
yeah,
much D&D, you know,
yeah,
or
something
Magic.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see after the brain geyser, what he's counting. He's counting. He's careful.
It's never a good sign if your opponent is counting.
Fireball for 9. Fireball for 9
What's
because
worse?
Pencho's out tapped.
Yeah, true, and he
3,
is
6,
on.
7, 8. 8. Oh no, he's soaring. He's soaring. So that's
Soaring.
doable. That's doable. Oh,
Oh,
recall.
recall. Ooh, just
What does he
throwing away
get
the
back?
one. Just the
A
ancestral
guy,
back, perhaps.
Kaiser or Ancestral?
Oh yeah, Geyser maybe.
Mind
Oh,
Twist.
okay, yeah, true.
Yeah,
You
that
twist,
empties Pencho's
the
hand.
entire hand. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that is the better thing to do.
Brass,
What is he
Ishra,
losing? Counters.
Counterspell, Regrowth.
Ooh, regrowth.
That
Oh.
regrowth is huge, yeah? That
Yeah,
regrowth is huge. Because that
that.
regrowth could have given the brain geyser back anything, right? Strip mine back, just about anything.
Yeah.
Sushi, 2 creatures. Well, that's where the safety trigger of the disc is for, of course.
Mhm. Yeah, that was huge. Losing the regrowth. Ooh,
Yeah,
we got a little hand symbol there in the corner. What's that all
yeah,
about?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like in a meeting, right? That you can. It's your turn to speak.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, okay.
Uh,
So
It's
now we see
interesting.
Chaos Orb.
Yeah, because that means he doesn't want to blow up his disc, and I understand because he has a tome and some artifacts. Uh, but that means he does need to hit.
So I guess you would flip on the Erdem being the biggest.
Yeah. Do you know that I never think about K-Shop. For me, it's K-Shop is an instant removal always. Right? But then when you're playing like top 8, you
Mm-hmm.
start yourself like I had games where I demonic tutored where I knew that K-Shop was sort of the best card, but then the likelihood of missing it somehow plays a role in deciding what you wanna. You're like, okay, I can now tutor a K-Shop, but if I then miss, I look really stupid.
Yeah, I missed at the last tournament, and I didn't miss in a long time before that. So now again, I mean that I know what you mean, and I'm in that phase again. From, oh yeah, wait a minute, you can actually miss a flip. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can actually
Oh no. He by the way he went in.
control
Oh, here
magic.
we see that
There
plan,
it
right?
is.
Having a disc, having a mace, having a control. Yeah, and we saw him go for this Suchi, by the way, probably because he already had the control on hand. Sarah Angel hitting the board. Okay, some action.
Yeah, Hank says he has more removal, but yeah, if he knew what he was going to control, then it's probably better.
Yeah,
And
exactly. It's easier to remove the Suchi, right? Because you can use your artifact hate against it.
the fun part is Nicolas actually doesn't have artifact hate main deck. None, no shatters.
Oh wow.
There's no
Okay.
shatters, no disenchants. He has 2 in the sideboard, but not main. But then still, it's only because of the control magic, I think.
Yeah, he wants to steal the creatures.
Because now it works, yeah. Because else he would have the Serra could have blocked the Suchi,
Yeah, he would have
and now
played
the
it.
Serra dies to the Urnum. So in the end, the winner is always right.
There's the attack. Very philosophical. Oh, and he's dropping to 5. Oh, it's not good. It is not looking good. Or it is, depends on the perspective, of course, but For Pencho, it's not looking great. He's on 5.
But basically, when streaming, you're always for the underdog, whether it's in the game or
Yeah,
in the match,
absolutely.
right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Because I think when you're looking at the decks, can you say that one of the two is the underdog at this stage in the tournament?
Unfortunately, I think Pencho need to kill his opponent almost always with creatures, and Nicolas is horror with creatures to get through with mace and control magics.
True.
And Nicolas has 2 tomes, so if Pencho really wants to win the control game after sideboarding, Pencho has only 1 tome. So of course he has more artifact removal, 2 shadows against 4 disenchants, but there's also discs to remove, right? So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I actually like about that combination, having Nevner's Disc and Control Magic, because it sounds kind of counterproductive, right? Because you can blow up your own Control Magics, but in reality, your opponent has to make choices. For example, are you going to disenchant the control, then you don't have it anymore for the disc, and vice versa. So it's,
No, I really think I mean, of course, against creatureless decks, 3 control magic main is really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
But against any creature deck, Nicolas's deck is really, really annoying.
Double attacks, is he signaling to have a bolt here?
Yeah,
right?
He's signaling a bolt. He's signaling a bolt for sure.
Then again, if he has a bolt, he's in trouble.
Oh, he
has
just
got the
mazes.
mace, of course. So he'll go to 1. If he has a bolt, he just kills him now. Yeah, he had the mace, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid enough, because the bolt would just be lethal. He wouldn't
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Just started playing Magic, Richard. Still a new
Yeah,
game.
it's 7 o'clock on a Thursday, right? Come on. Are you ever into really the zone from Magic after, at least for me, 4 days work and then thinking, ooh, more cards.
It was a busy day today as well for me. There's the Brain Geyser.
Brain Geyser for 3 or 4 even. Oh, the Soldering Attempt as well, of course.
I mean, yeah. Nicolas has been in the driver's seat, right? Ever since.
Since the Loa.
Yeah.
Right? It was Ancestral opening Pencho against Mind Twist, and after that, the strip mine on the land actually sealed the deal, right? And I think Pencho needs to be aware that he needs to be more cautious with the strip mine.
But then again, as you said, he missed that because Nicolas missed that land drop, right? Pencho felt, let's go.
Yeah,
for
but then you need to have pressure, right? If the Mind Twist wouldn't have been there, so he had an Urnum, you go strip mine Urnum, and you know that Nicolas's removal is only a disc, a mace, not removal obviously, and because the bolt doesn't cut it, or a troll to block. So yeah, then I get it, because then you're playing against 3 maces as an early out, you can start dealing your damage. But if you don't have pressure, and then stripping the land is, you know that you're going to go to the mid game at least. So then stripping the land isn't as good anymore as early game, right?
Yeah, true. It could also be one of those auto moves, right? Where you go, you missed a land drop, go for the lands. And then later you think, And of course, but you know it better than I do, that you play now with open deck lists in the top 16, so that also influences your choices, right?
Yeah, but the more reason to keep the strip mine, because he's playing 3 maces and a Loa, right? But hey, it's not like
you can also start overthinking things. I think I would be the person overthinking everything. Having the deck photo printed out next to me, like, maybe he's got that. I'm not going to do this,
Oh, I was playing Koos in top 16, and I was playing his own deck. I was playing Koos Kramer Agro against Koos's, what was it actually?
He was playing that line dip kind of deck, right? Just very aggressive.
So I literally looked at 75 scenarios, right? You're like, okay, now I have all the info, I'm going to use it as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, then still, because I remember commentating, or let's see, not commentating, but trying to figure out what Koos's opponent in top 8 would sideboard, and I had 0 cards right with open deck lists, right? So
that is interesting.
Yeah. That just shows how bad I am at sideboarding, most likely. But I know that some others also didn't have the same sideboard plan as Koos's opponent in the end.
You can start.
There's no sideboarding now. There's no sideboarding now because we play best of 5.
Game
so that
number
means
2.
Game number 2 without sideboard, and then there's 3 more with sideboard.
Let's add some live totals.
Live total game.
Games. I mean, sorry.
Game info. Yeah.
Even kijken.
Ja. Doing some administration as well.
Pencho 0. Nicolas 1.
Hey, just on another thought. Are you going to Groningen next week?
Yes. Are you
sure.
going to Groningen?
Yeah. Well, we're both there. So next week is huge in Europe, right? So we have Arvika with 100 plus players. And we have Groningen, which is Team Unified with about 90 players. So there's like,
wow.
And there's probably maybe a small tournament somewhere in Europe, but the Arvika and Team Unified in Groningen. Oh man, that's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good in Groningen. I'm there on Friday already.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, Friday I played Brothers Highlander, and on Saturday, of course, Team Unified. Are you streaming the Team Unified in a sort of setup?
Yeah, yes, I think so. I think Dion is bringing a whole lot of equipment, and he has all these ambitions, so it's going to be super complicated. I'm just bringing my laptop to turn my stream
two
on.
monitors, and 8K HD to see 3 playmats or 6 playmats. But
Yeah,
well,
I don't know. Yeah. My
Wow.
idea was to just show one game because of that, but you know he's super ambitious and he likes
Do you
code.
already know? Are you in the A, B, or C seat, Timmy?
We haven't really talked about it.
But you already had to give the info away.
Yeah, probably knowing me, I'm in the A seat, of course.
Okay. No, just checking because then we can't play each other.
Okay. Does it matter much if you're A, B, or C?
No, it doesn't matter. But I'm in the B seat, so if you're also in the B seat, we could finally play a match again, right?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can try to finally beat you at a tournament.
Yeah, I still have a card for you if you beat me in a tournament.
Oh,
I have that since 2018, I believe. So, and it's not that I beat you because I think we just never played anymore in a tournament.
Which is still strange.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I didn't meet Koos for a long time, and then I played Koos both in the Derby and then in the Old right after each other, right? Sometimes you just never encounter each other, right?
Yeah, sometimes it happens. We'll see.
It doesn't help.
An A seat can never go against the B seat.
It's A against A, B against B, C against C. Yeah.
Should really do my homework more. But
well, okay. So for me, it's I don't take Team Unified really serious. I'm playing it's not spicy as in I didn't put in any good cards, but if I would bring this deck to a Swedish tournament, I would end 3-2 or 2-3, right?
I
but
have
never
got some secret sauce in my deck, and it's also kind of an homage to Koos. So, yeah, all the hints I can give you because we're on opposing teams, of course. So
yeah, I have secret sauce as well. Actually, my deck was completely ready, and I was brewing with Wouter and Bob, and then Wouter said, "Why don't you add?" And I was thinking, "You're freaking genius!" Oh, here goes Pencho. There's the Sylvan. He plays 2 main.
Match again. Yeah, good start for Pencho. Sylvan library.
I would draw cards as a madman because Nicolas is not going to kill you anytime soon. So you just need to get ahead here. So I would literally almost blindly take 8 lives and
cannot counter yet. Cannot play out it. Well, he can play out the disc next to him. Actually, it's Soul Ring. He has got to get rid of the Soul Ring. Slow him down.
But you just need to get ahead, right? That's the only thing that matters now.
You want it this turn. Ideally, you want to have that creator, right?
Yeah,
land, maybe an extra
or get into a low hour tome plan, right? It doesn't matter as long as you get ahead. So I in an aggro deck I always blindly take 8 lives, and then in Urn and Burnham I play 2. But I would really go.
What will he do? Yep, taking it all.
He's listening. Oh no,
I thought he took all. Right? It looked like it. Oh, he's got the low eye.
Yeah, wow. You need to dig for it. And will there be live commentary for Team Unified? I don't think so, right, Timmy? You're playing.
No, I'm playing. But
top 8, maybe.
No, I'm expecting to get kicked out, and then I'll be commentating. So we'll be commentating top 8.
You're bringing your make. Oh, he got a defense already.
Sedge.
Schwarz explosies. So now Pencho's on a roll, right? Because he can dig and Loa.
Shouldn't he? How many cards does he have in hand? Because you would expect him to maybe do end step, draw a card. I guess he didn't have 7.
He takes
Drawing another extra one. Yeah, now he's got 7. Okay, so he kind of needed to draw into. There's the maze.
That's his second maze because this is his sideboard maze.
Because of all the signatures.
This is the Mana Tapkan 2021. He won that most likely, or maybe he just got it signed by everybody. That's the local tournament they have in Prague.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, Czech folks, but it's Mana Tapkan.
Sounds good.
I really want to go there, Timmy. Are you coming with me to Prague?
I lived in the Czech Republic for half a year. In Brno. That's the second city. It's like Rotterdam, Amsterdam is Prague and Brno. And I had lots of fun there. It was fantastic. It was in the time that you could still smoke everywhere and obviously drink everywhere. I remember sitting at a pub and you had your own little tab and you would keep a score of how much beer you were drinking. And then the Lucky Strike promotional team came in. I mean, these were women with hardly any clothes on. They gave me free cigarettes. It was heaven.
Yeah.
I don't know why I left. But anyway, if we look at the game, we see that disc hit the table.
Yeah, the ancestral attack maze, so that was fine, of course. And then the disc hits the table. But the disc removes the Sylvan, which and the Soul Ring and the Mox. But yeah, I mean, of course, Pencho is still on a roll here.
As long as it is active.
Yeah, and Pencho is looking for Swords to Plosives for just all Nicolas's creatures. And I really think he's going for the Serra only kill. I think Suchis and Urnums are out. And I think he's really going for the complete control Serra kill. But I could be wrong, eh?
But this is, of course, the second game, so there's no sideboarding yet.
Oh, man. So this isn't the sideboard maze.
No.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Well, that took him
Oh, well, he probably swapped it for his main maze.
Super sharp.
Yeah, so
commentating. Maybe someone else will do the commentating as well. I'm always open to people who want to commentate.
That's nice, because it's Time Walk, which is 2 cards. Yeah? So that's really good.
Wow.
So I learned 2 things now in chat. So Mana Takon is Mana Bird Con.
Mana Bird Con, okay.
Yeah. And yes, we need to come, because you didn't answer me. Are you coming to Prague?
When is it?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
I'll join you for Prague. Yeah, of course.
The next one will be somewhere between September and January. That's where they're planning. So I'm in their Facebook group, so I can watch out for the next edition.
But then we have to drink wine while we're playing. Normally drink beer while I'm playing,
but in Prague it's beer.
Yeah, Pilsner. Yeah, true. Yeah. No, but because of Pencho, because it is.
He prefers wine and hard liquor, I think.
My brother prefers wine as well.
Yeah, I know. Red wine even, right?
Yeah, the heavy stuff. Okay, what's Pencho going to do with his extra turn?
I think just keep. Let's say, how do you say it? Yeah, he's gonna. Okay, so it was.
What is he?
It was activate Chaos Orb. Hey, he's gonna flip on the disc. It was activate Chaos Orb. So Nicolas regenerated in response.
In response,
and then he chose the tome.
Yeah, because that's always a good thing, and I'm sure everybody who's in the Winter Derby knows this by now. But you don't know the target of the Chaos Orb, but you have to respawn before you know the target.
Yeah. And of course, Pencho has the maze now for the set stroll, and he's drawing 2 cards a turn, so he will get the swords eventually, right? So I think it makes sense so far. 2 cards a turn is.
It's what we saw Nicolas do, right, in game 1.
Yeah. In that sense, it's Loa against Loa. Right?
But now the question is, because it can still take long, because Nicolas's deck is, of course, full of mazes. So if he starts drawing into those. And that's, of course, where that Sarah comes in that you talked about before, because it just flies at least over the setches.
Yeah.
And then you can start dealing some damage. If, of course, Nicolas doesn't draw into a maze. Yeah, sorry?
No, sorry. What you see here is that Pencho, because he has every turn he sees 3 cards. So he sees every turn 2 new cards, right? Because he's drawing 2. So every turn he sees 2 new cards. And that makes you normally you just draw and think, right? Because you don't have an option. Now you, let's say, see 2 new cards. So you have to think every turn twice as hard about, okay, what's now good, what order, a land, but I need to keep it 7. When do I need to draw my Loa?
And your hand is also full because of the Loa, so you have all these options.
So it's of course luxury. It's not a problem. But the thing is, it's not as simple as draw, think, go, or draw, go, right? It's draw. Which 2 cards are new? What do I want to do with it, right? So yeah, it's taking, in that sense, it will take a little bit longer.
I always start playing slower when I have a Loa, and just because of this, what you described. You have more options, and now the silver makes it even more complicated. And you also know I'm in such a good position. I should win this, right? That's also kind of thing you tell yourself. I should win this now. So you put some more pressure on yourself, I guess. Here's the double attack.
Yeah, I think what Nicolas wants to do here is he wants to get as much damage in as possible, because he also has 4 bolts and a fireball, right? And so Pencho takes another 2.
Would you have considered here to animate your factory? Because I think it didn't have summoning sickness, right?
The only thing I could think that Pencho thinks, I have a counterspell. I don't want to blow my two open blue, because he only had 2 Tundras open, as far as I remember.
Yeah, he did have
the
Sapphire, I think also, but I'm not sure.
Did he have the artifact mana open? Because Elsa would have blocked, indeed. I fully agree. But if it was only 2 blue, you can indeed think, well, I'm not sure what Nicolas has in his hand. I'd rather keep my 2 blue open.
That's the bolt is, of course, we all know, but it's such a good card. You always have to keep that in the back of your mind.
So Rorschach says, of the announcers, one is loud and the other one is quiet and slightly distorted. So
but
those
which
who
one?
know myself and also Richard and Thomas, who's distorted and who's loud?
That's a good question.
And Henk says, because Nicolas has raised his hand already for 10 minutes, that shouldn't you allow him to go to the toilet as a teacher?
Yes. No, I'm brutal. Oh man. Anyway.
Oh, Shelf says, sounds the same to me. Okay, that's weird. Sounds is okay. Now, strange enough, the screen is gone on YouTube. Oh, you were probably testing something or not, Timmy.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I'm not gonna try to.
No, you have the same bug as me. If you do something while you're streaming, then actually I mean, you can see the whole whereby room, not just the 2 inputs of the players. That's so weird, because it's an HTML page, so either it should show nothing or everything.
Exactly.
But apparently, it doesn't work like that.
It is something with OBS. Can't complain. It's all free software. Can't complain. And now we see Pencho drawing another card. Another factory has been played. Yeah, I mean, the only problem, there's not a problem, but for Pencho is that he's on 10. That's the only thing. That's the only concern. So there's an Urnum.
Now the concern is control magic, although Nicolas doesn't have 2 blue. But,
well spotted, yeah. That's actually kind of nice magic for Pencho. You don't have to worry about that at this point, or worry about a counterspell.
But he sort of signaled that he doesn't have a disenchant by not disenchanting the Mishra. So playing the Urnum around a counterspell, you never know. You never know. I'm a bit louder than you are, Timmy, so I'm trying to tone back my input. Don't change anything, and maybe it helps.
I can actually.
No, don't worry.
Max my input a little.
I have my. I have the same as you, right? The 80.
Yeah, but I'm now using my my wireless headphones. Anyway.
What card is that? Is that a Setstrol Altered?
Wow, what are we looking at?
It's 3 mana, so it's got to be a Setstrol Altered, right?
Yeah, but it's hard to see what it's altered like. It's probably very pretty from up close, but yeah, it's got to be a Setch.
Yeah, in the deck pick it's hidden, so I can't see it actually. It's behind the other Ancestral.
Let's see if we change this, if this helps.
They all say it's fine. So I think we have Rorschach is just really good at. He probably has headphones like me, where you literally hear every tiny difference. Okay, double attack again.
Attack for
And
5 into the red zone.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess I would just go here for the factory block, right? And if he has a bolt, fine, then kill the Urnham, send the set back.
I don't want to go to 8. So
right, you
he
need
blocks.
to block here. Yeah.
Yeah, he blocks and he untaps the Ancestral.
Exactly.
Bolt.
Now at least he's going to lose the factory, right? So it's not that bad.
It's 1-for-1 trading. If the Swords to Plowshare hits the Ancestral, he has 2 maces to attack. Although then it's 1 mace, okay, but still, if he gets a Swords to Plowshare, then he has 2 damage a turn, right? 3 damage a turn, because after the mace he can pump his own mace.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
really
mace against 2 attacking Mishras is not ideal.
No.
It always feels kind of bad. You're like, he only saved 1 point of damage.
And he draws 2 cards a turn still, so the Swords to Plowshare should be somewhere in reach, right? Just, I think those people who are watching knows, but the second Ancestral was counted by Pencho.
There's the City of Brass.
You don't want to tap it, because if you tap it once, which he now does, probably he needed it for black.
Yeah, you're in 3
But then
bolt range.
he's now in 3 bolt range, right? He's now in 3 bolt range. I understand why he wants to do that. That's not a problem. He taps slightly different. Will he leave his Emerald untap for a regrowth?
You would think so.
Right. So he can. Swords is a 1-for-1, but then he can start dealing some damage. Well, actually, only next turn. An Ancestral Recall, a Brain Geyser, gives him more cards, although he has already 2 cards.
GM Dayton? Oh no, because it.
No, he doesn't have it main, only his sideboard.
So used to people playing that main, especially when you see white and blue together.
I mean, a Ser Angel won't help him.
No, because of that mace, yeah. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not as cut and dry as you might think.
We got a lower game. We got a lower game, right? And a tutor. So it's all luxury for Pencho. But like you said, he doesn't want to blow it, right?
Yeah, and it's even though that he's in the driver's seat for almost the whole game, it's still not great. He's not in a great position.
Ancestral.
Right?
So more cards.
Give me cards.
How many cards do you need? Yeah, it's 3 cards for Nicolas, right? So let 1 be a bolt, then he's on 6. You don't want to. Tops 2 is a bolt, but he has 4 bolts and a fireball.
Yeah, what if he has one of those turns where he finds a strips your maze, and you're open, and you take another 3 from the set?
Yeah, exactly. And he can also go, even if Pencho has a counter, he can go bolt counter it, because he plays 3 counters himself main as well.
It's still stuck on 1 blue though, Nicolas.
Yeah, Rorschach says interesting to run mace and trolls. Yeah, mace, trolls, disc, and control magic. It's really, once Nicolas is there, you really have to have an army to get through.
Yeah, if you give him too much time, you'll have it all build up. And
exactly, Shelf. That's the play. The thing is, I think you have that as well. When you play against mace, because I think you and me both always play creatures, right? You're like, this card is too good. And when you play mace yourself, you're like, well, wasn't my most useful card this tournament, right? Something like that.
Yeah. I've tried also the Timmy spellbook deck with more maces, because then you have your maces and your Timmys to ping, so it sounds really
Yeah,
nice. But the deck is already slow, and it slowed it down even further.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And I think that's something probably that Nicholas struggles with from time to time as well, because it does set you back a land drop.
yeah, and that's why he does have 4 bolts also for early
Yeah,
game. Because then you can choose to play a bolt instead of a mace, because he needs actually to go to 4 mana to play the troll with regeneration backup, right? Or 4
yeah,
mana for a
wow.
disc.
So in a lot of
But
scenarios with Nicholas's deck, it's turn 5 before you drop the Setch, right? Because maybe one of
yeah,
those lands is going to be a maze.
a mace. Yeah. So Pencho had to discard a Tundra, so he has 7 cards in hand, and the set troll has been removed. Oh, what
Another
a mace!
maze!
Oh
Oh.
no, oh no!
I'm going to get a beer after this game.
He's gonna
Make me sharper as well.
ancestral after it was regrowed. So imagine how many cards he has now. He has 9 cards. Now he can draw his 10th card. He's seen half his deck already. I think Pencho is gonna deck himself if he keeps going like this.
He just keeps trying to find answers, and he's probably not happy because now there's that second maze. So he thought finally I
Yeah,
could start dealing some damage, right, with my double factory on board, but it is not happening.
He needs just one more threat, of course, and keep countering and disenchanting discs and whatnot. So, mind twist. Yeah, so he first draws all the ugly cards, right, and then a counterspell in the game.
Yeah, but this is tough for Nicholas, right? The entire game he hasn't had double
Oh,
blue.
2 counterspells
Yeah,
and a control magic. No 2 blue up, no 2 blue up. Look at how huge that
this
is.
must be frustrating for him.
Yeah, because with blue up he could have held on longer, right? For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think you already said it very early on in the game, right? You said, "Oh, he doesn't have 2 blue," and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. That's a problem."
Back on the maze, by the way, I played one main in Koos Kramer aggro, which for those who don't know, it's triple S only done with Serendip, so quadruple S. And that maze won me literally 2 games, not because it won me 2 games, but it was so good against my opponent. And
But do you mean like because what I like about the maze, obviously you can use it both ways, and definitely when you have like multiple lines, for example, on board, which are really easy to kill in the block, you can just go, "Oh, I'm just gonna get the line back out of combat that you're blocking." So you keep putting pressure on.
In many decks it's just good, and also if you have a maze and then you balance, and then the board is empty, your opponent needs to play 2 creatures, right? It of course, yeah, you've played the maze, so you were behind on something when you played it versus your opponent, but I really fell in love with maze again.
I like maze, just classic maze. Wrath of God is also nice because they're going to commit more. It's kind of same as with balance, what you mean, right? They're going to commit more to the board because they try to find a way in.
But at the same time, when it got unrestricted, right, I think a lot of people, especially Americans, of course, said, well, 1 strip mine, 4 mazes, it's going to blow up the game. It didn't. But I think it's on its second comeback since it was unrestricted, because I think the last half a year, maybe even longer. I mean, I'm not sure. I see more of them again.
It so depends on right where the meta takes you, because now you see so many line dip decks with so much burn that okay, nice you got a mace, but the issue is you're being burned out with your longer strategy. Right, it's all about the balance, and I love to play. For example, when I play Ball Lightning, I always play Blood Moon there to take care of those.
Yeah, the mazes.
It's and the factories, because all of a sudden there's so many special lands in your deck, and those opponents you can get with a well-timed Blood Moon. And I love to have double Blood Moon, right? Because then they disenchant one, they find some kind of opening somewhere. You're like, yeah, I've got the second one.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. But yeah, like in chat, I mean, sure, Mace is useless against the deck and also Twiddlefold and whatnot. But I mean, other than the real spiky tournaments like this, and also like NoobCon or whatever, the deck isn't played as much as people think it is. At least
isn't the deck also really then suffering from those line dip bolt decks because they're so aggressive?
Yeah, but the deck is still freaking awesome, of course. But I mean, what we see at least at Raging Bull and Uttentroll Cup, is that the amount of the deck players are pretty limited. People like to then play Louter or Triple S or whatever. Okay, Pencho start dealing damage now.
Finally putting damage through Pencho. You can do it. Yeah.
Take him down.
How
Take
many more
him
cards
down.
has he drawn? Nicolas, right? I mean, we also got a plot for Nicolas here, keeping this game up, putting him on.
Yeah.
It's self-inflicted damage as well because of the Sylvan, of course, but still, I mean, Pencho has drawn so many more cards.
The Loa is gone, so that got stripped. But still, right? Yeah, I mean, now Nicolas needs to go top deck God mode, top deck God mode. he needs to go co-style, right? Wheel into Wheel into Time Walk into Time Twister into Time Walk, right? Yeah, that.
And now Pencho having and 2 Suchis and three factories, and of course that maze for whatever gets blocked by the factory, you could consider taking it out. I mean, full aggressive here, right? If you're Pencho.
But for us, this is the best scenario, right? It's 1-1 and then we go to sideboard.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. I mean, I want to have exciting games for sure.
Yeah, and you. I mean, let's be honest. A Loa game where it's just waiting till you are over the tipping point is not the most exciting game. On the other hand, we were still like waiting for that tipping point, right?
I think, right, the mind twist of Pencho and that Nicolas not having the double blue, that was the tipping point, right?
Yeah. Oh, no risk, but a tome.
Okay. Uh-oh. Is it gonna resolve? Yeah. That is the question.
Disenchant, motherfucker.
Yeah, even then it's tough, but it's something. There's the disenchant. There's the untap, so again he's probably just gonna attack with everything.
So some people are discussing the meta of old school in 1994, I guess. I was still 11, and I had to invent Magic in 1995. So sorry, guys, I can't discuss meta.
Me too. I started playing in 1995 as well. Yeah.
Summer of Ice Age.
We have a lot of revised where I was in Hilversum. So I always thought it started with revised, but then I started to check the years. I'm like, no, I didn't start in 1994.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. I really, there wasn't that much. I mean, we had some revised cards, but the packs we were opening were mostly Ice Age. Nobody was buying Fort. And if you had only like €2 left, you would, not €2, 2 guilders left, you would buy a pack of Fallen Empires, right? If you have, I think if you have 15 guildens, you would buy 2 Ice Age and a Fallen Empires. Right?
I never bought Fallen Empires, but I had a lot of Fallen Empires because people gave it to me. This is a big attack, by the way. So Nicolas on 7.
Yeah, it's almost closing time. By the way, I'm going to switch the screen myself now because on YouTube the screen.
Oh, fireball.
Yeah, it's gone. Game number 2. Will you pull up the decks, Maestro?
Game number 2.
Maestro Timmy.
Yeah. So now again, we're going to see a little. So would you like to go with Pencho's deck or maybe both decks next to each other?
Yeah, if you can. If you are a wizard of that level.
I can try. I'm not as advanced as some of these high-tech streamers, but it works.
Yeah, so you see Pencho winning this game by a Loa while Nicolas won the first one with Loa. But it's of course you can't now really count on winning another Loa.
I'm quickly going to get a beer. I'll be right back.
Oh no, I don't need to get a beer as well. Of course, this is the opportunity to get a beer. So, oh man, I have beer in my fridge. Do I have beer in my fridge? No, I don't have beer in my fridge. Shit.
You don't?
No. Okay, so I'll talk over some of the sideboard strategy. So I mean, it's gonna most of the time with mazes, it's gonna Pencho doesn't have an aggressive deck, right? So it's gonna go into a mid game. So I think he will bring in the tome. Although I mean Nicolas has 2 tomes, so you could say he will always lose that. But with Nicolas only having 2 shatters and Pencho having Disenchants and maybe even Divine Offering, he can sort of win the tome game. And I really think the control magics, it depends a little bit what Nicolas is going to do with the control magics, but I guess I really think that Pencho is going to make his deck a sort of very bad the deck. As in Lucera.
I'm back, by the way. A very bad the deck.
Yeah, because the deck with 1 tome sucks, right? But he's not going to win it through creatures normally because of the Maze, Troll, Disc, and Control Magic. So, yeah, and I mean,
God is coming in. Maybe you already said that, but do you think Wrath of God is coming in?
Yeah, Nicolas has 5 creatures and 3 Control Magic. So, yeah, I mean, of course, also the Mishras are sort of relevant. So I think Pencho does need a little bit more artifact destruction. He plays 3 Disenchants, so I would board in at least 1 Divine Offering, maybe 2. Armageddon is great, but hurts himself as well, obviously, right? But I think Armageddon can kill 3 mazes and a regeneration plan, right?
True. I guess again, the player with so many mazes, you almost have to play Armageddon.
Yeah. And then on Nicolas' side, he has the City in the Bottles. And you think, well, he can hit 2 Urnums only. But of course, also 4 City of Brass and Aloha, but I don't think it's worth it. So, this is really, I think the open deck lists are really interesting.
And City of Brass is also double, right? Because you already saw, because Nicolas is playing such a control game with the disc and the maze, that, you know, the Pencho will start hurting himself with the City of Brass, and before you know it, he's in bolt range, and right? So you don't always want to take care of that.
No, exactly. That helps. Every damage helps. So, yeah, but yeah, maybe I'm not the best one to commentate, but I really think Pencho needs to go path the deck by boarding in Divine Offering, Tome, maybe the Geddon, and 2-3 blasts. Right, blasts are good.
He has, of course, Pencho has Blue Elemental Blast. Nicolas doesn't.
Yeah, but I think he's going to board in for sure the red Elemental Blast against power and counter spells.
Yeah, they both will, right? I guess
they both will. Yeah, depends then. Blue Blast. What is Blue Blast good against? Lightning Bolt, Trolls, Burn,
Fireball,
another Red Blast.
Yeah. Still, that's quite a lot of targets actually. When you say it like that,
it is.
How many Trolls does he play? 4.
The problem here with Pencho is that he can't go aggro or more aggro with his sideboard. So, and yeah, and
Nicolas. So you wouldn't put in the City? Would you consider? Yeah, no, you wouldn't play the Gloom. Well, would you?
No,
Disenchant Swords.
No, you might think, oh, I see a lot of white cards, but Gloom is not going to win you the mid game, is it?
No, Gloom is more against the aggro white decks, not really against this one.
Yeah.
Would you board in the Psionic Blast?
Well, he's playing 3 Suchis and 2 Seras, and Burn might take him out, right? So I don't think they're necessarily bad, especially if. Oh man, I find this very hard. I'm happy I'm not in the spot.
We'll ask the chat. Chat, let us know. What would you do?
Yeah,
probably some really good players in the chat.
Do you know what? I'm gonna ask my wife if she saw any beer in the fridge because I don't want to go 2 floors down.
Oh, you have to go 2 floors down. Oh man, yeah, that's a luxury of living in a small apartment in Amsterdam. I never have to walk very far to get beer. I don't have a shed like Pencho.
Yeah, the thing is,
these rich people in Prague, I don't have that stuff, man.
I 100% have beer, but in the fridge in the backyard, and I don't want to put on my shoes, go to the backyard to get a beer. Right?
You've got a difficult life, Richard.
Yeah, but I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm ready for a weekend. I'm actually ready for Groningen, but it's another week, right? So. Yeah, Maze
Oh,
Book
so
red,
we're getting some advice.
Shell said. Yeah, so I agree with Maze Book. Red against just 4 trolls, which you can also swatch. I think by the time my opponent has 2 setches, I'm already not that happy anymore. But yeah, it's not bad.
So we see, Blue Blast counters Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, also true. But then you always get into this classic situation, right? Where you go, okay, I know what to put in, what to take out. That's always a thing.
Yeah, I mean, Pencho can take out 2 Spirit Links. He can take out 2 Urnums and the 3 Suchis if he really goes the deck style. But again, then you really hope to get ahead. Well, you really want to trade 1 for 1, right, as Pencho, where eventually you're going to win on card advantage and then a Serra that flies over. But you have to get rid of the Maze. So if that's your plan, you almost need a Geddon, right?
Yeah. So you need to find that opening where of course Nicolas then doesn't have a disc, and where you can go. Armageddon cannot counter. You already have that Sarah on board.
How would real pros handle the situation in the commentary booth, Timmy?
Well, then there is a term for it. There's one person that is the main anchor and one person that's a specialist. There's a term for it. I forgot, because when I did commentary with Brian Weissman, who did professional commentary, so he really knew what he was doing. That made me very nervous. He asked that, like, who's what.
Yeah,
and then I made, what mistake we made in that, and I think the live chat is still, you can still find it on the channel. That I think Brian thought it would be nice if he would be the main commentator, probably because he didn't do that often. So I thought, that's fun, and I would be the specialist. That was the worst. I had Brian Weissman asking me, "What do you think is the good play here?" Nah.
Oh yeah. And you're like, maybe don't know. I would ask Brian.
Yeah. I'm like, what? And I asked him one of the most stupidest questions. Well, I thought it was a cool question. Like, okay, what would your optimal veteran bodyguard deck look like? Yeah, he never answered. He just left. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're both, let's say, not the experts for sure.
I think you're the main expert. I mean,
I'll try to play that role. That's fine.
But you've built really good decks. You've made it here in the top 16. You've won tournaments.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you won a tournament. You won Zombie Masters.
There were 8 people there, but let's not talk about it. Yes. No, but it was a great tournament. Can you, by the way, put that on your Raging Bull website on the calendar?
Oh yeah. So I don't know who he asked. He sent me an email, and I responded that he need to give me the info on the banner, but he didn't reply back.
Oh really?
Yes, okay. I would be happy to do that, but then he needs to reply again because
that's a good point. I'll tell him. Because the 30th of March.
Yeah, Justin.
Oh, Justin mailed, because it's actually. Oh, nice. Okay.
Justin, I said, what do you need? He said, I said, name, date, start, end date. Pencho's gone.
He's back. Pencho's back. So I got to mute Pencho.
So I gave him a list. I replied pretty fast. I replied the same day, even an hour later.
Oh, wow.
Then it got silent. So
that's probably the problem. When people start answering emails really quickly, people get nervous. You know. What is
we need to mute Pencho again. Maybe you already did. I don't know.
Who is announcer and who is color commentator? Thank you. Okay, we've got people who know their stuff.
So
thank you, Rorschach. Thank you.
You're announcer. I'm color commentator.
Yeah, for sure. But that was so funny. Brian Weissman asking me, and he's such a nice guy. Like he also responded seriously on my half-ass advice.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is that I think a lot about Magic, and yes, I play spiky, and yes, I've made my fair share, but it's and yes, I love to calculate Frank Karsten mana bases, right? But it's still pretty casual, right?
Yeah. If you add it all up, absolutely, yeah. And that's a good thing.
Of course, there's even more casual players who really bring always spicy decks and really don't care. I mean, when I played the Winter Derby, I only played for one reason, that was to win, because I'm not going to play 8 rounds of Magic online with a crappy deck for just to have fun, right? So.
Oh yeah, I get that. You don't want to bring a knife to gunfights. It has to be in balance for sure.
Yeah, in the Derby, right? I mean, 8 for me, and I've learned that the hard way 3-4 times. Hey, there's no Ancestral Recall turn 1. I've learned that the hard way. If I play a 5-round tournament, I should bring a spice deck. If I play a 7-round tournament, I should bring a spike deck. But I brought a spice deck to Utrecht Cup and then 7 rounds with a spice deck. It's just too much, right?
Yeah, because then you have the whole tournament to go through. Absolutely. Yeah, and then that's what I like about the Swiss nature of tournaments, and of course in real life play. You know, you make a decision to try something new, for example, it doesn't work. Then at least you get in the lower section of the tournament. You can at least have some fun games.
Yeah.
You have a drink, you have a nice chat. But when you're in an online tournament, as you say, this was match 1. Now you've got the whole thing to do.
Yeah, 7 more to go.
What was it again? Dinner's getting cold, wife is getting angry.
Yeah. Exactly that, yeah.
And
Your
then all
opponent
of a
playing
sudden-
Stasis.
Yeah, and you're playing against Hank, and then I'm talking about the new Hank, not the old Hank. You know, nobody wants that.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Did anybody watch your latest video where Hank was playing? Because I saw it online. So I think 2 days ago I saw it online. So I got on the couch, I switched it on, and then
After
I woke
Pro
up
Cup,
40
yeah.
minutes later. I woke up 40 minutes later.
Nah. He played good. He played good.
Yeah, I know. But I fell asleep. I can't help it after work. So it had nothing to do with Hank. Actually,
also
it
had
was
a
just
beer.
me being sleepy.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Pencho on 4 mana after 2 turns because he played turn 1 Velverstone, and there was no threat, which can be because he's now threat light, right? That could be a reason. But there's also no power on both sides, so this is more interesting than 2 Loa games so far.
Yeah, we just have the Mox Ruby, I guess. But yeah, no Ancestrals, no Loas, nothing. So more balance for sure.
But I probably more people who are watching this watch the other top 16 matches. But we really saw some great magic where it really went. Okay, there's the attack. Where it really went Ancestral into Mind Twist, into Wheel, into Time Walk, into Balance, into... Oh man, we saw...
Yeah, right? All
really,
the broken stuff.
All the broken stuff. And the fun part is, I saw that Rob doing that as well. And I think Rob is a really big fan of X points. So I think he was really living the life in the semifinals, right? Wow, I got all the restricted cards here. Woo-wee! Right? That's the opposite of X points, where because of you have to choose which restricted cards you're playing.
Yeah.
It's much more flatline, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It reminds me a little bit of the revised only matches that I've played.
This is also, by the way, with an almost full hand of Pencho. Well, not a full hand because he played a lot of mana sources, obviously. There was no Disenchant of Swords on the Mishra. And of course, I mean, what we already said, every damage matters because A plan is 4 bolts to the face, right? So,
how many cards does Poncho now hold, do you think? Is that 3 or
Pencho.
4? Pencho, sorry. Poncho.
Yeah, max 4. Poncho. Max 4, I guess. Max 4.
Yeah.
He played out 4 accelerators after 3 turns, so that's he was on the play, so 8, 4 accelerators, so yeah, 4, I guess.
So Chaos Orb now.
Another Mox, that's just what he doesn't want to see, right?
Wow.
Well, Brainkeizer for 10. Woo!
No, yeah, he could tutor here, Braingeyser. Let's first see if there's a counter spell.
Interesting.
Or you the kind of person, Richard, that counters the tutor, or are you the kind of person that thinks, you know what, go and pick it, and I'll wait.
I'm normally it's go ahead, and I'll wait unless he can search for a strip mine or a mace, obviously. And I don't want to spoil it because I already saw he had a mana drain in his hand.
Okay.
So yeah, Nicolas needs to be a little bit careful with showing his hand because I can see it, so Pencho can as well. But you need to watch.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Anyway, I think. What is he doing?
Oh,
he didn't show
it's
the
Braingeisering.
He
didn't show it. He was already. But what I like, but it's really nice of Pencho, right, to first go for Demonic Tutor. Okay, that's a counter spell, and then he has that opening for the Braingeyser. Yeah, for him, this was a win-win, wasn't it? Because he knew, okay, if I do Demonic and it resolves, fine. Maybe I'll find the Loa later for my Braingeyser.
And the mana drain is gone. I mean, you need to get rid of the counters anyway. And the Demonic Tutor can look up a 2-for-1 or 3-for-1, but actually, it would have taken him a Tutor and an Ancestral Recall to draw 3 cards. So the Braingeyser actually And
Yeah,
so the
it's
tutor was a
better.
1-for-1, while the Brainkaiser is now a 5 for nothing, right? So yeah, but
That's-
still, troll.
There's a troll on the board. 3/3 troll. Go deal with
Yeah,
it
so
or not. But
Philip in chat says, of course, he's most likely from Czech Republic as well. I wonder how he sided. We did talk about it. Yeah, it seems very hard. I'm not sure if you just dialed in. I think he went really controlish, but I'm really curious about what cards we'll see and what cards we won't see, right?
yeah, we can focus on that.
Up till now, we haven't seen new cards. So,
I mean, it's 1-1. This is game 3, best of 5. So yeah, poof.
Oh, and you did update the score. I just noticed.
I did. Thank you. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh man, we're so.
I'm improving. Yeah. It's so funny when people see the recordings from like the Afton Troll Cup. They go, Timmy, you're so professional like that. It's all Dion. It's all Dion.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Anyway, attack you for 5.
No removal after the Brainkaiser. That is hurting. This is a big win for Nicolas, right? A big win.
Yeah.
Because after 5 cards and nothing on the board, right? I mean, Pencho didn't
But
play
not
a
even
thing.
a disenchant here on the factory. Like nothing.
No, so Pencho might now have just a bunch of counterspells, but there's already 2 threats on the board, right?
Yeah. I know that feeling. That's so. Counterspells feel so bad if you're behind on board.
And another, so Nicolas is almost aggro with his trolls, right?
The troll army.
I mean,
and I think
Pencho's
this is
gotta have.
a good decision by Nicolas, right? Because he knows Pencho is playing with swords, so you don't have to keep regeneration open.
But Pencho gotta have.
Maybe he just gets a handful of lands, you know?
Yeah, but that's then really. What useless cards does he have, right? Which he didn't play last turn.
I love that.
Oh, maybe he waited for 7 cards in a Loa.
Okay, that would make sense.
Makes sense. That's
He did.
pretty tricky, to get the damage first. I mean, I understand it makes sense, but still, it's really tricky here.
Yeah. It is risky. Nicolas, of course, going up now to 21. There's the other. Yeah, now it's all coming.
Sources. So he had them. He just took the damage to get the extra card with the Loa, to get the Loa alive.
Is he going to disenchant the Chaos Orb now? I think he is, it seems.
Yeah, I get this because also out tapped. So yeah, okay.
Ooh, and he's
Divine
gaining
Offering
2 life.
alive. Not bad. So what a
and Ancestral Recall. Oh God!
But it's insult over injury, right? Insult over injury.
Yeah, because you think, okay, he's going off. I just wanted to make that comment. Hey, now he's off the lower plan again, so he netted 1 extra card. Woohoo! But there was that Ancestral Recall. Man.
Insult over injury.
Oh, this is tough for Nicolas. It was looking so good for him, and now it's so bad. Would you flip here straight away on the factory? Or would it be a little bit?
Really depends what other cards he has in hand.
Yeah,
obviously,
maybe.
with the Felverstone, he has all the mana because of the City of Brass. So
I love that, by the way. Felverstone, City of Brass, that synergy.
Yeah,
very small little
Felverstone
synergies.
filter.
Why Felverstone is really, really good in old school. When I play X Points, I play a lot of Felverstone.
Hey, he did add a
There it
City of
is.
Brass. I think because of the long game, it gives you an extra Loa out, and it wouldn't hurt against the City of Brass and the Urnums, right? So
Yeah.
so in that case,
I really like it in decks where you've got like a Saturn Atok, because that always has some kind of value.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it did its work, so I guess Nicolas made the right decision, right? Because now you get rid of the Loa, that's critical.
Yeah. I think he played a Mace now, right? I think it wasn't on board
Yeah.
last turn. So I mean, so this is good because Pencho now doesn't have to remove the Mishra with the Chaos Orb. So he can wait now, right? I mean, sure, Nicolas might have a Shatter later on, but it's only 2 Shatters. Oh, interesting. Is that
this is game 3. People wondering in the chat. So it's 1-1, game 3. So this is the first game with sideboarding. So we're very interested to see the choices. So Nicolas obviously boarded in the sit in the bottom.
It's there was no counter, so 3 more cards for Nicolas to make it
Oof.
more even, right?
Wow. I like how swingy this is, right? There
Yeah.
was that Pencho crazy turn, and now Nicolas has a very good momentum.
Hey, Loa, draw a card, Schwartz, disenchant on Galo.
Ancestral
Yeah,
recall.
and
This
this is why I don't like the gloom, right? What does a gloom still do here? Not much, eh? Sure, it's annoying to tap a lot of land, but it's for me this is now a waste of your sideboard slot, right? But well, that's maybe me.
You had to take something out, so.
Ron says that he played 3 pretty long games, and these guys are slow even minus. Ron, if you are in the finals of the derby, we take 2 evenings out of our agenda, right? So Ron, I know you think you're quicker. You might be a little bit because you're playing quicker decks, but no, man. These guys are as fast as they can.
Yeah, I was really lucky playing against Ron in Tilburg. It was a draw, he was winning. But
it was a draw. Of course it was a draw.
5 final turns, yeah, but he was so winning that last one. Oh.
Hey, but here goes my rant again.
Mm-hmm.
Every tournament should have 55-minute rounds and not a freaking 50. 50 is too short, too many draws. 55 is the right number. And I understand that we sometimes need to squeeze for time. And I discussed it with Ronnie. He actually said, yeah, I start my clock a little later. So yes, I do agree that Utrecht Cup is more like 55 than 50. 50-minute rounds are not enough.
Yeah, but nah, but life is difficult. Life is difficult. Ideally, you have a whole weekend.
Yeah, that's true. So,
yeah, jam day, Tom. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So, disenchant or order, what will it be?
Disenchant. It's almost like the Loa is still on the board, by the way, but that's Pencho's graveyard, just to clarify. So there we have a Tundra.
It's a flip. It's a flip. Remember, cold hands in a shed, no heating. Anything can happen. Oh, it's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit. Yeah, I think it's a hit.
Just about.
He's laughing so hard with his freezing hands and his cigarette in his other hand and whatnot. what a hero. You know, when he played his what is it, quarterfinal, he had to play at 6:30 in the morning, his time, against Rich Shea. And then he went to bed, he said, somewhere at 4:30, 5 o'clock after drinking. Set his alarm. And then I said, how did you do? He said, yeah, Rich was the better player. I was just extremely lucky. So, yeah, you can win. It's 6:30 in the morning with just a bunch of restricted cards.
Yes, but it's probably a combination because when you're lucky, you have to know like when to take full advantage.
Yeah. It was attack with the Misha Maze, and I saw your mouse go over the screen, and then really the thing is gone. All immediately. It's so stupid how that works in OBS.
Very annoying, but now it's back. I hope. Yeah, maybe I should have another look at streaming software.
No, I have the same problem. So.
Ooh, there's a Sarah Angel.
For 7 mana.
Yeah, because of the glue.
8
mana. 8 mana. I mean, he's gonna tap out. He's gonna tap a lot. I mean, he's counting also. But as long as you can just keep 2 blue open, it's all good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's got...
hey, I'm tapping this land. I'm tapping this land. I'm tapping this land.
He's got all the Mox and Power Stones, etc. Yeah.
Hans Moester
said, there's a terror.
Oh, terror. Yeah, that works.
Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, it's pretty effective, right?
So it's another card from the sideboard, right? Terror.
Yeah, two in the side.
Terror. It's so good. after
Do you see?
sideboard.
Do you see in Nicolas' hand what I see?
Sometimes, yeah, I see for now, for example, the red card, but I have to focus on it. But
Oh no, I can see. I know his half his hand. So
yeah, we could send him a message.
yeah. Hans, you played Hans in Genova. He said, and his last card was the winning Benkaiser
Okay.
a few years ago. Hans Woester.
Genova, that was the Fish Liver Oil Cup.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, it was good. It's hard to make decisions, where you're going with the tournaments. Well, we're going to Prague, obviously.
Yeah, Prague is high on the list.
But what's going on here? So we've got 13 for Pencho, 18 for Nicolas. So the Sarah Angel got terrored by Nicolas, and I believe it's Pencho's turn now.
Good question. Body language, I would say Nicolas, but I'm probably wrong. I mean, Pencho just lighted another cigarette after zipping his wine.
Okay. Yeah, so that's got to be Nicolas's turn. Who has a Mox Jet tapped, but I'm not sure why.
Yeah, because
wasn't the terror on the turn of Pencho?
No, he attacked with the Mishra, which got untapped. I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think what Nicolas does very good. He just keeps on doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order to who knows? Oh well, then the mace would have been tapped. So see, it was Pencho's turn already. Well, whatever. Pencho has about a bunch of mana and 2 Mishras. And
it's got to laugh because of the glue.
3 on the face. 3 on the face. Yeah, see, I think Pencho would have expected the bolts coming out because he doesn't have any small creatures other than Mishra. But I think Nicolas is thinking, if we play control, I have 12 damage, which hardly ever get countered, right?
Yeah,
but they
it feels
do
bad
always
to counter it.
hit.
Especially in these grindy games. Yeah.
I mean, actually, when I played Ghost, I boarded out for the Odal. I boarded out, let's say, my bolts and maybe also Sonic Blast against the deck, and then he said, "Don't do it because you play them end of turn, and I have to choose to counter something in my turn still." And then I thought, okay, yeah, that makes sense because he's not too afraid of the creatures; he's more afraid of the enough burn, right? So.
Yeah, we've seen attack, by the way, with the factory here by Pencho. Knowing, of course, that he's got 2 factories to pump. Yeah, taking the damage, double pump, so 3 damage here for Nicolas.
4.
4? Oh, you're right, of course, yeah. Counting is hard. Yeah, 14. Oof. So pressure.
Yeah, you need some pressure because Nicolas has the blue X spell for 2 blue in his hand.
Ooh.
He goes for the damage.
So Psionic Blast, again a card that came in from the sideboard.
Yeah, he's baiting for the counter because he wants to play his Brainkaiser for Max. And he's not baiting the counter really because he likes the damage as well. So it's not really baiting the counter. But
this is so bad. For Pencho, 3 now. So we really see that direct damage doing work.
End of turn. And now look at what now comes.
I'll send after this game. I'll send a message to
let's do
Nicolas about the hand. Yeah, because this is a bit of too much of an advantage that Pencho has a glass of Urza on the battlefield, basically.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to go for Brain Geyser, I guess.
I would keep a red open or not. No, full pool. Who cares? Full pool. 6.
Wow, it resolves. Fantastic for Nicolas. Yeah, this can bring him the
his whole
victory.
hand now, right?
Pencho on 3.
Well, we should really tell him after the game. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's probably in full focus now, so. But no counters for Pencho. I thought he would have 4 counters, 2 red blast and a mana drain, so 7 counters, right? And of course, there's something in the graveyard, but he didn't play many counters so far.
Black Lotus and a pass. Okay, so it's for Pencho playing a little bit on borrowed time, right? How much burn has Nicolas played out now? 2 bolts, Psionic Blast? Do you know? Was there more?
1 Sonic Blast, 2 bolts, right?
Yeah. Okay, regrowth. What is he getting back? That is a question.
Yeah, probably Spirit Link went out, so we can't gain life through that. He doesn't play Control Magic, so he can Control Magic the Swamp King of Nicolas to gain life when he plays a black spell.
That would be a boss move.
I think we already saw the Divine Offering this game, right? For 2.
Oh man, there we go. So I guess he regrowth Ancestral Recall.
And then just try and be lucky.
Yeah, more cards, always good.
Time Walk into Mind Twist into Brainkaiser. Hoppakee.
There's the attack, I guess. Is it just attacking for 6? Yep, attacking for 6. So Nicolas dropping to 11. I kind of feel that Pencho has to try to win it this turn. That's going to be really difficult. He needs a Time Walk, I guess. I mean, it's pretty tense, right? I mean, he's got to feel the heat being on 3.
Yeah, and I hope Pencho does have now a counter to at least survive another.
True, if he has a counter spell, he can at least counter away one of the burn threats.
He's on 3, yeah. So strip my mace, attack with Misha won't cut it yet. A bolt, a blast will cut it. A fireball. Maybe even earthquake if you sideboard it in. I wouldn't know why, but.
Ooh, there. Oh, the Demonic Tooth there. Oh no. Oh no.
Toot.
I think there you go. Pencho has to, or maybe he's got.
By the way, Timmy, if you need to piss, you can because you raise your hand as well. Although the other people don't see it.
Oh, that's funny. I did. Okay, but how can I unraise it? Okay.
Don't
It's
worry.
gone. Oh, Nicolas has to do it. He's the only one who can.
Yeah, he's the only one who can do it.
Yeah, I cannot do it, which is kind of weird because it's
is
my
it
whereby I should have the power.
Is it game now?
We don't know because maybe Pencho's like, I've got a counterspell. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just
going to wait. Do they make four stacks each time? I thought that he was
no idea, man.
Three,
yeah. If my opponent asked me to, I'd make the stacks, but I never do.
Oh, I just in an online game, if I don't know the opponent, I just make them naturally light. So
there's the bolt. Oh, he's got the blue blast. He's got the blue blast.
Another bolt. Another counter? No. Game.
Okay, so Nicolas winning game number 3. And we know a little bit more about their sideboarding, right? So, I mean, we know that Pencho boarded in the Blue Blast, for example. Nicolas boarded in the Sitting the Bottle and the Psionic Blast. So is that kind of what you expected, Richard?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think this was done. Yeah, Blue Blast 1 or 2, that's fine. But yeah, it's all has to do with what comes out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Pencho went control style, and then just didn't have enough counters, sort of, at the right moment, because that Brainkaiser, I mean, that lightning bolt into Sonic Blast, end of turn, and then into Brainkaiser. Yeah, I mean,
that was insane. Oh wait, let's send Nicolas a message.
Yeah, please do.
Be careful with.
Yeah, so yeah. I really shall I? They already shuffled. Okay.
You want to get a beer. You want to get a beer.
Yeah. I see Nicolas leaving his desk, so I'm going to leave my desk as well and see what's in the fridge.
Sure. Get it. You go get a beer. I'll try to type. Oh, great. I'm sending him a message when he's gone. Yeah, that's really smart. Clever. But yeah, 2-1 for Nicolas here. Best of 5, so pretty exciting. No, Pencho is not on the deck. I can actually show you guys the decks for a sec, since they're both taking a break. So here we see Nicolas on the right. And here we see Pencho on the left. So Pencho is not even playing any Jam-Day tomes. He's really more, you could say, 5-color good stuff, playing some creatures. And Pencho's back. We have, by the way, 56 people in the chat. Welcome! If you just tuned in, we're getting ready for game number 4, and that's a game that Pencho has to win. It is a best of 5. The winner will advance to the finals. Hey, you're back.
Ah, Timmy? Still around?
Oh man, you're back.
Where's my sound card?
Your sound is there, don't worry. And what kind of beer did you get, Richard? Or maybe Richard is having some issues. So we see Pencho shuffling up, Nicolas having the 3 piles ready.
Timmy!
Yeah, man, I hear you, man.
Don't hear you yet, but that's my freaking... No, Pencho's not on the deck, Jesse. He's on good stuff, but he may be sideboarded like the deck. You hear me, but I don't hear you. Oh, there you go. You're back.
Oh, I'm back? Okay, that's good. So what kind of beer did you get?
No, this is funny. Went downstairs. Indeed, fridge was out of beer. But what do you think I got instead? So I made new friends. He's playing. He's drinking white wine.
It's wine.
I got a white wine.
Nice, man.
Oh, and it's a good one. It's Castano. It's an organic wine. Not that I'm okay with organic, but I didn't buy it because of it. And it is really, really a nice bottle. And it was only €3.50. Imagine.
It's a good
Good
deal.
wine for €3.50. That's impossible. Oh, I think your decks are still on, or are you on?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Let me get the decks away. Sorry. You see, I need your guidance.
It was open still from Saturday. It's a bit not sure. Did we see a mulligan?
It used to be good wine. Yeah, that's a good point. We see a mulligan by Nicolas.
Yeah, so I love the bitch fight in the chat. One person saying the scene back then was better than now, and the other person saying the hive mind of now knows better. I know for sure that I thought I was good in 1995, but I knew nothing. You know?
Yeah, but I think if you were playing there competitive with that top group, right, in that scene.
Yeah, of course you knew you were ahead of everybody back then by far, because you couldn't get all the stuff from the internet, right?
No, and of course I'm part of the problem with the channel, showing all the different decks and stuff and discussing them. But
you're part of the problem, bro.
I'm part of the problem, man. But you miss that innocence, right? You wanna discover things yourself, which I still do. I make decks and find out that other people have had the same idea, but with a better outcome.
Did you ever saw? I watched it on YouTube, so for me it's a YouTube series about Smash Brothers Melee. You know that game?
No.
Oh well. Okay,
Sorry.
then I'll make it very short. Smash Brothers Melee is an awesome game where you can play with 4 players at the same time on a Nintendo, and then you can smash each other's head in.
What? You had a game, was it on the 8-bit? No.
No, much further.
Okay.
I played it with Henk always. But the thing is with the game, there's so many tricks, right, that you can really become good at it. And then you see a documentary about guys who are playing this, but they're playing it in their scene, in their local scene, either East or West Coast, whatever. And then they meet another scene, which also think they're the best in the world.
That's so cool.
Right? And then they're going to battle it off, and then they have a world championship, of course, American, but who cares? Right? It's like Super Bowl, best of, right? But they play it off, and that's always what I had, right? You were, or maybe not me or you, but you were the best in your scene in Amsterdam, right? And then you were playing against people in Alkmaar or in Haarlem, right? And you thought you were good, but actually that scene was completely on another level, right? That's at the start of Magic. Two guards at the bottom for Nicolas because he
double mulligan here.
Yeah, so the
look at Pencho. Wow.
But back in the day, right, when you got out of your own local scene and you went to the first tournament, your eyes were like, okay, maybe I didn't know all the stuff, right? There is a whole world out there, and now anybody who starts the game can find the whole world, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you also see that with posts. Like people say, "I want to play those colors. What is a good deck?" And I hate that question. I'm like, dude, you first figure it out. Go to your first tournament. Maybe get your head smashed in, But go through the. I personally, I like going through the process. But
me too.
Anyway, we see Pencho here, right? This is his turn, so he played the recall. Okay, Felwer. So both players having a Felwer. Oh, time walk. Wow.
Okay. But still, no, I mean, he plays very control-ish, so don't expect that now he's going to bomb away with Suchis or Nurnums. I think, sure, it helps, but it doesn't say a lot, right? It really depends on which answers you got against which threats.
Yeah, if you would have so I'm assuming it's going to drop a land, so potentially you could play Sarah Angel. What if you have a counterspell and a Sarah in hand? Would you then just not play the Sarah past the turn?
Here's the thing, Thomas. I learned a lot from Koos, right? He only plays good cards with a counter backup when he plays control style. I hardly ever play counterspells, right? I played counterspells in my deck for the first time in 2.5 years in this derby. I never play counterspells, but in theory, you can drop cards that are 1v1. You can drop them without counterspell backup. But a Ancestral Recall, a Brainkaiser, a Mind Twist, whatever is your X for 1, you should always have a counter backup because you win the game through an X for 1. So you can let go of every 1-for-1 trade as long as you have the counters up for your X for 1s. And that goes both ways. Your own X for 1s as well as counter your opponent's X for 1s.
Yeah. Ooh. This is great. Talking about X for 1s. This is amazing. We have another Pencho turn.
Pencho.
And keep in mind that Nicolas already started this with a double mulligan, huh? 2 cards less.
Yeah.
And Pencho casting Ancestral Recall for the second time. I also think, by the way, that Divine Offering is super good, in this after.
Yeah, live.
Right? Yeah.
And you know what? There is no balance for Nicolas, right? That's often a comeback card. And I had many discussions about, is it good enough in certain decks? And actually, it's often not. But in these situations where you add double mulligan into your opponent's Ancestral, that's a time walk to at least gain 1 card back. Yeah. But then the balance is such a out for a comeback. It's then balance, a wheel, or whatever. And now it's really a tough battle for Nicolas.
Yeah, what makes balance usually kind of great as well as all the mana rocks you play in your deck, right? And also the discs, of course, in Nicolas's deck. So all those artifacts.
Yeah. But I understand Nicolas didn't splash for balance, right? But guys, to come back, I'll find the Smash Bro link. If you never watched the documentary, it is so awesome to watch. It's like Magic, only than just another game. But that scene versus scene.
I have to change, by the way, my audio setup for a sec. So hopefully I'm going to stay with you guys. So just 1 second, Richard. I'm going to have to leave you alone for a moment.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's different, but it's fine. Tome for a disenchant. So that's a 1v1 trade. Are you now on your blue Yeti? Ah, okay. Oh, it's fine. It's a little bit more. Okay, he's going for the block. He's pumping it, so they change. By the way, copy pasted the YouTube link to the Smash Bros. Documentary. If you like old school video games and a good documentary, or good, I watched it twice. Go watch it. Oh, that's cool. And you don't even know the game. That's even better. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hated that rule because I was all for red, right? And then most people who said that were playing counters. Yeah, screw them, right? I mean, really. Yeah, it was good. I was playing counterburn with Rukex and earthquakes and chains, right? So the set straw matters, right? Set straw matters. Although there's a counter, and a counter, and then a counter. But this is not approved by coach, I think, right? Because you're wasting two counters on two one for ones. If now the ancestral, the brain guys, etc. hits, I mean the ancestral is a problem because you can't kill him anymore, right? But you can trade him 1v1 with the mace, while you now threw away your X for ones, basically. Oh, Robert says they can't hear you anymore. So I'm just chatting by myself now. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank
Timmy
you,
said,
guys.
I love you. I'm gonna give you all 50 euros if you keep watching this till the end.
No, I'm back now, I hope. Am I back? Is it working?
Yeah, let us know if Timmy's back. He should now be back. Thanks for notifying us
I hope it's
in chat.
working. Yeah, drink and talk is difficult. Absolutely.
Is Timmy there? We don't know yet. Timmy,
I should
I hear Timmy. Do
I
you
should
hear
be back.
Timmy?
According to the system, I should be back, but
What's the delay? 20 seconds?
yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. So
No.
technically it should work.
Timmy is back. Baptiste says Timmy is back.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, Baptiste, how you doing? We had some nice.
Strip mine. I think what's happening here, but it's a strip mine on the Mishra because I see something going in the graveyard and I see a Mishra going into the graveyard. So
Nicholas is in trouble, right?
just
Is he on 7?
yeah, seven because two Mishras were attacking. Now it's just
Sarah
one.
hitting the board. Sarah Angel hitting the board. Ay, 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 ay.
We really are going to game number 5.
Yeah, I mean that's great. We're having a proper match because usually these matches end up quite quick.
Terror.
Yeah,
So we lost
terror.
sound twice, and we've trying to keep up at the game at least.
We're professionals. We're good.
See, Baptiste, thanks for backing me up here because you are also a control player. You should also never spend 2 counterspells even, but not even 1 counterspell on the throw when you have the mace. You really need to keep them for extra ones. I am also very much still learning the control game. Just because I never played it, not because it's a stupid game. Oh, this game.
Well, that's it. Fireball. Yep.
Yeah. Eventually it worked out, right?
2-2.
So
2-2.
good for Pencho. But and it could have taken any. I mean, with the 2 counterspells, you're just so in control, right? For any X for ones. So,
Yeah, but Pencho now thinks, hey, I won. And I made it all the way to the semifinals. So, I mean, he's got to do something right.
yeah, and I mean, of course, the troll was very annoying. Don't use your mouse, Timmy.
I have to use it to change the score. There's nothing I
Oh,
can do
yeah,
against it.
yeah.
The setup is so
Okay,
wonky.
okay.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, life is hard. Life is hard.
Yeah, it's like
So we started at 7, so we're 2 hours in, and we're going to go to the final game.
wow.
Nicolas played a terror in the end at his end step, Philip. He terrored the setup at the end step. And then Pencho played Mishra into Fireball for the last 7 damage, it was, I guess. Yeah, from 7 to 5 and then Fireball for enough.
So we did get that fireball finish that you were talking about.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah,
So
fireball also such a good card just as a one-off.
I like it. I think when Henk, Anne, and me built the BB-8, I said I want one X-Spell, and I convinced Anne and Henk, well, convinced. Let's say me was the biggest advocate of it, and we sort of agreed. But then we said, yeah, but then it's not BB-8 anymore because we're not playing 8 bolts. Because we would play the fourth, not the fourth Sonic Blast, it would have been a Fireball or a Disintegrate, but most likely
Okay.
Fireball. And then we said, okay, but that's not cool, so we'll skip the X-Spell because we want to play 8 bolts, 8 bolts. And then I think in the next version we changed, we added it, and then the other stuff got added and removed. But yeah, I'm always an advocate of at least one X-Spell, especially when I play tutor. So oh yeah, he also has a nice altered Soul Ring. Thanks,
Yeah.
Hans.
Nicolas, right? He's got a really nice altered soul ring. I think I followed Wizori's altars on Instagram, I think.
Oh, I just now see it says Bosorius altars.
Yeah,
I said
the top.
I never read that second word because I was figuring out what the first word was saying. But that is indeed his Instagram channel. Let's also paste it in the chat.
Yeah, we got to plug him.
Yeah, of course.
They're both two great guys, by the way. It's not. It's as you said, Richard. You're always for the player that's under pressure or the player that's behind in the games. But now it's 2-2.
I mean, the people who have followed me during Derby in our Dutch Derby channel know that I'm in love with Pencho because of drinking, smoking, playing in a shed with 10 degrees, minus 10 degrees. He organized his own tournament in Prague and he barely made round 3 and then got to the semi-finals, whatever. I mean, he's really a madman. But well, I mean, Nicolas made top 16 before, top 8 even of the Derby. He's had really good results so far. So yeah, I mean, he pretty much, well, he's a very good player who should definitely deserve making the finals.
Yeah, because how many? I don't know if you know this. Because how many players started the Winter Derby this year? Is it 100
187 or 92 somewhere, just close under 200.
Almost 200 people. Wow. Shout out, of course, to Dave Firth Bart for organizing all this. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I pasted Nicolas's Instagram with all his altars, and he indeed altered everything himself. So the tutor, the soul ring, the strip mine, the ancestral.
Wow.
And that's also what Hans mentioned. So you can see his own altars in the Instagram channel I just pasted. Yeah, 2 hours 2-2 for a top 16. That's not bad. Top
four semi-finals.
Yeah, top 4. But looking at then his playmat, right? I guess the logo in the middle is Mortal Kombat.
I'm a little bit distracted by the playmat.
The left is manga style titties, but it's not Mortal Kombat. Well, no, it's Kitana, of course. It's Kitana. I now see it because it's the purple lady with the katana. So and then on the left side it is. Who zit on the right side from Mortal Kombat then? I need to flip his playmat. Maybe then I can see it.
People in the chat know this. It's probably a famous.
I played a lot of Mortal Kombat. Literally my favorite game back in the day. Mortal Kombat 2.
KO.
Fatality, brutality, animality. Finish him.
Finish him. I played a lot of Dreamcast as well at a certain point.
Oh, I never did.
That was good, man.
You also had. I mean, Tekken 3 is probably the best fighter, right? But I was from the Mortal Kombat tribe, so it took a while before I admitted that Tekken 3 was very good. But it's Scorpion on the right. Get over here! He throws the harpoon, right? So
he's going. Nicolas is gone, probably for.
Nicolas took a mulligan, eh? He took a null again.
No, I want a fair, clean fight in game 5. You know, that's what you hope for. Also because Nicolas is on the play, so that I always feel when I take a mull, it hurts more when I'm on the play.
Could be Milena, not Kitana, indeed. Milena, that's the word. Yeah. Ooh.
It always hurts, but.
So chat is really with us, right? So Scorpion on the right, Milena, thanks guys. He won the Prague tournament completely hammered. Yeah, that's how you win tournaments, right, Thomas?
So I mean, Pencho is kind of the Andy Fordham then, right? Of the old school.
Yeah, he's the people's champion.
That's good. Sometimes you then you go in auto mode, right? When you're in that mood, and if it's just right, you boom. Everything makes sense.
But it's really hard to get hammered for the finals in the derby. Then you need to start drinking 4 hours in advance.
But I remember, Richard, you playing at NoobCon. Was that the quarterfinals or the semifinals?
I won the quarterfinals against Svante.
Yeah, that was
completely hammered, not being able to shuffle my deck. And then I lost the semis. Yeah.
Against the pro player. What's his name?
Joel Larsen.
Oh, what a nice guy. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he was.
Because remember, I was really drunk and I was shouting for you, being kind of rude actually to Joel Larsen. And then the next day I came up to him because I felt kind of like I shouldn't have done that. And he was super cool about it. Like, I've had worse, it doesn't matter. But
yeah, and that's old school and it's all fine.
Yeah, but still. But yeah, it was really cool how he responded, yeah.
He could have responded different for sure.
Yeah, he could have said you were an ass, and I would have had to say, yeah, you're right. Anyway, Pencho here both playing a C. So Nicolas took a mulligan, right? So he started with 1 less.
Yes. I think he has a twist in his hand. He still isn't covering his hand very well.
Shall we just put it on the chat?
Yeah, I'm typing.
Oh, okay. There's the mind twist.
Yeah, I saw it already. Pencho mailed as well. Thanks, Ron. We were, trying to talk about memories and stuff.
But this is good for Nicolas after that mull, right? Having that twist.
Yeah, for sure. And with the Velverstone, right? You got one more than you are than you not should have, but you got one more, so that's where Velverstone really shines. Right? They both play it.
I find it so difficult, that right balance between the amount of mana, right? Because you already have usually all the Moxen, you've got your Lotus, you're playing already, I don't know how many lands. You've got the Strip Mine auto-include, Loa auto-include, and then also a Felwer.
Nice. Pencho doesn't even tap his land, he just goes, time walk, take it next turn. Took a turn. It's just the quarterfinals of semifinals. As long as you announce it, we don't hear that. As long as you announce it, it's not the worst thing to do, right?
Yeah, so, true. Yeah. That's a good. Hey, now Gloom can shine, Richard.
I agree. Gloom can shine.
Now Gloom can shine.
But still, they will go to mid game in most games, right? Oh, okay, that hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. That's why City is so ridiculously good and unbalanced, right? Because you already have the value for Nicolas. So if you want to get rid of it now, you have to invest another card.
I mean, City is now a 1-3-1, and it can only get better than that, right?
Exactly. So that's, yeah. I mean, look at Golgovian Silex. Just the fact that you've got to sack it before it does anything makes it that much worse.
Yeah, that much worse.
Yeah, apart from, of course, the higher casting cost.
But let us be lucky, right? Else Mishra wouldn't be safe because everybody would play. Ooh, Mind Twist for 2.
Ooh, but we're going to see the mana drain. We see it in the hand.
Yeah. We warned him twice, Timmy, so there's nothing more we can do, right?
No,
so let's be honest.
Yeah, it's up to the players. Yeah.
Nicolas only has one card in hand, right? So it's also not. Of course, he has more lands and a city and a gloom, right? But there's still plenty of chance for Pencho to come back. I mean, Ron says good game. Ron, normally you lose these kinds of games, right? You know, Ron.
There's a Suchi.
Ooh, Suchi is there. Suchi is there.
And no counterspell? No. No mage yet for Nicolas. Of course, Pencho does have to strip as well.
No. I mean, he can't bolt it. He can Sonic Blast it, and he got his shattering. Oh,
there it is. You said it.
Oh man, I shouldn't finish this bottle of wine, but it's pretty good.
You're gonna regret it in the morning.
I don't have to work tomorrow, so don't worry.
Ah man, sometimes I feel like I'm the only person who works 5 days a week. I know I'm not, but
for having no kids and working 5 days, I respect you for that, really.
But I guess but with kids, I guess, you got to take care of them. That's also work in a way.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, yeah. And I mean, yeah, as long as you have fun and because you have the holidays and you take nice trips with your girlfriend or friends. So you're doing it right.
Well, thank you.
Work like a normal man and have
exactly,
fun
it's not
in the weekend.
Super hard, it's normal. Anyway, Demonic Tutor. But
Into Ancestral Recall?
Probably, right?
Probably.
Or is he so afraid of the gloom?
Hey, Ronnie boy, how's my steenkool English doing? I'm drinking wine.
We still have 52 people in the chat, despite all the difficulties.
Yeah, and our rambling here. Shagnar says copper tablet would be so nice.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about copper tablet. It doesn't work in my head. Why would I play a card, trade life? Of course, if I'm more aggro, sure, I get that. But playing a card to go 1v1 for life, I don't like it.
I think exactly what you say about copper. If you play really aggro, it's so nice because it's guaranteed damage.
Yeah, and it's a must remove for your opponent.
Yeah, and you're going so fast, but in a more controller setting.
I would really play it only in really burn heavy red fast decks, right? But hey, Misha matters. It is now 2 damage.
Ooh, because still, I mean, Nicolas hasn't played a single mace. This is the first game where he hasn't played a single mace.
I think Nicolas has a lot of reactive cards, right? Because he couldn't counter the Mishra, but he will be able. But
ooh, that was the strip.
He discards the strip. Oh,
no,
it's not a
discard.
The
strip. Yeah.
No, yeah. He said when he started, he said only my graveyard has glare. Well, yeah, that's true.
Well, at least I mean we can quickly see what he's doing, and there's a soul ring here.
So Pencho's back on mana. Does he have all the mana? Yes, because of the Felber Stone. He has enough mana for everything. So it is really.
He doesn't have white.
No, that's true.
Right? I just noticed because I thought maybe with the Felber, but there's of course no city.
There's no white.
Oh, there's a troll.
And no white.
You don't want to flip on the troll because he can regenerate.
And no white, as you just mentioned. Yeah, blue, black.
Oh,
ancestral.
You're right, no white, so no swords. So he has to counter.
No, well, first an ancestral.
Yeah. Does he have... He can then draw, of course, into white, etc., etc. But... Ooh, I
he played ancestral and
maybe blue blast.
And step. Yeah, or just now throw a white, right? No, it's not a white. He plays a tropical. Okay.
I mean, he's still on 20. 20
sure.
versus 18.
Sure. But this, I mean, from all the cards he has in hand after that ancestral, it's this kind of, it is needed but unnecessary, right? He could have had so many. But how many white does he play even? Let's look at that, because it might be that city in a bottle is really hurting him to get out.
Oh, true. Yeah.
He plays 4 Tundras, a plain, and a Mox Pearl. So he plays 6 white. 6 white.
There's the attack with the Satch. He's going to drop to 14. Okay, so Satch doing work. Already 6 damage in the bag.
That's definitely doing work. There's the Soul Ring.
Yeah. The Saruman Sol Ring.
Oh. Remember the game Nicolas didn't have 2 blue while he had 2 counterspells and a control magic in his hand?
Yeah.
And now is Pencho really looking for that part.
And that was one of the things that cost him the game.
Yeah. Pencho brought in his island from the sideboard, I think. Probably for the City in a Bottle, but City of Brass, but that's funny.
Yeah.
Because the island is only in his sideboard, it's not in his main. Which is good. So he thought about it.
Thought about it. So 11, 9 damage from this Sedge. This is an Arnold Schwarzenegger Sedge troll.
Yeah, and imagine, right? Because here's the bite. Now Schwartz into counter.
Yeah, because now you got to time the swords right. Oh man, is this lonely troll gonna be decisive?
Oh, he has the white, but not the Schwartz.
12 damage with one Sedge. Insane.
2-2.
Demonic. It's looking really good for Nicolas.
What's going to look up? A Mind Twist, a Fireball.
It's
no, Mind Twist, he started with. He started with Mind Twist.
Shed, drinking, smoking, check.
Yeah, I think about. We can see his whole deck.
Ooh, I haven't seen Sylvan Library, someone says. Do you think it's still there? That's also a good point. Maybe Pencho.
No, it was there. It was there in the last game. So I think it's still there. He's thinking about Time Walk to do another 3 damage. That's one of his
and he's got the factory.
Ancestral Recall to draw 3 cards.
He also has a factory he can animate. And then maybe Pencho's going to say, okay, I'm going to strip or flip or whatever, but fine.
Yeah.
Do it. He's got more than enough mana.
Recall. I think it was a recall that he flipped. Mm-hmm. Not Ancestral Recall. Recall.
The recall, getting stuff back.
Not sure. It's blue. I saw blue.
Wow, Nicolas is so close. Pencho on 8. 12 damage with that lonely Sedge.
Yeah. Yeah, and gold. Go to 5. And now what? A Time Walk? Oh, I see. I could peek in his hand. Look at this. Look at this. Another bolt.
2.
Oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. What does he play?
It's clear that he doesn't have any counter magic. Are we going to see a fireball for 2?
No, I think the recall now. Why did he take a recall if he empties his hand?
To get a bolt back?
Recall for 2. See?
Oh, and then he's going to get 2 bolts?
2 lightning bolts back, and then only 1 has to hit, right?
Oh, now we're going to see a counterspell. Oh, he was so patient with that one counterspell, right?
Indeed.
And is he now going to... What is he going to do here?
Divine Offering on the City in the Bottle, I guess. 2 lives.
Yeah. Wow, going back up to 4. I thought Nicolas had it. Because I just assumed he didn't have any counter magic anymore, but he was so patient.
So Momjuice just bought his first 93, 94 deck. Yeah, indeed. He should keep the 2 cards, Nicolas, after a counter.
We're being judges. There's the swords. Oh yeah, Nicolas does read it.
Okay. Thanks, guys. I was too enthusiastic about the game, but I put it in chat and I saw already Nicolas taking them back. So
yeah, that's great. Fine. That's great. That's good that he.
Yeah, because indeed the discard happens on when the spell resolves and not on casting.
It's not like a goblin grenade. Ah.
The sacrifice part of the casting cost.
Yeah.
But on 4, so we can survive a bolt.
And Pencho killed the Sedge, huh?
Yeah.
There's the animate, so I assume we're gonna see a strip here.
A strip or a flip?
Oh, but look at him go! He uses his city!
He goes to 3.
His city! Why would you do that? Why would you go to 3?
Yeah, to keep the strip for Maces and Loas. But going to 3 is like... Man, going to 3.
I think he's got multiple. He's got 3 balls or something. I mean,
balls or ball? What do you mean?
Huge cojones.
Oh, balls. Yeah.
Because
Literally.
he's taking. I mean, I guess how many? Most. There's a Sarah.
No, don't tell. Oh, he needs to get a studio bros. Go to 2. Why not?
Who cares? Life is a resource, Richard. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, 3 or 2, that doesn't really matter that much, does it?
Tapping his Mishra for whatever happens. I don't know.
Why would you tap your Mishra here? There's a terror, quick terror. Are we going to see counterspell?
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay. So now he's on a 3-turn clock,
What
Nicolas.
a game!
Because 3-turn clock,
What a game!
3-turn clock. 3-turn clock. 3-turn clock.
I mean, how many bolts already?
Another
gloom.
Another gloom. 3-turn clock, Mishra and Sarah, 6 damage on 18. So we thought Nicolas would have the game, and it's going Pencho's way now.
This is insane. This is such a swing. And how many bolts? I think there are 3 bolts in the graveyard of Nicolas already.
Why do I miss? Oh, 15. Okay, I think Pencho's counter was off.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. So and now he's gonna attack. So now he should drop to 9 then.
9. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I was watching Pencho's phone and not.
I was also confused for a moment.
Oh, ancestral! Look at this!
Whoa. Boy. Counterspell! Pencho is so good with counterspells. This is insane.
9, he's on 9, not on 15. So 2 more, clock of 2 and Sylvan to get the best card possible.
Attack again, gonna drop to 3. Wow. Is he gonna still win this? That would be sick. How is this possible? He's got it. Oh, man.
Let's turn up the volume.
Yeah, let's turn up the volume. This is insane.
This is insane. Of your control magics. So I've literally sided out my creatures and literally built the deck from my deck. I will show you my sideboard.
Insane.
I was assuming that you do that.
This is my out. I think Timmy wants to talk. I will put him.
Yeah, guys, we're back.
I don't know
how. Well, you're back.
Hey guys, welcome. That was insane.
Pencho still needs to figure out how to hear us.
Okay.
I will show you the sideboard, right? This is my side out. City of Grass replaced by Island because you're sitting battles. Divine Offering, sorry, I will just clean in here.
Do you hear us, Pencho, by now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. You are on.
Congrats. Just go with your sideboard plan and go. But congratulations already. And Nicolas, well played. We thought you had it, and then that comeback, man. Jeez.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I must go for the win there. I have no.
I agree.
Yeah, of course.
I fully agree. I really thought you had it, and Pencho was so patient with the counterspells. Unbelievable.
Actually, I just kept drawing these counterspells. I just kept. Yeah. I didn't have these counterspells, but in the right moment, I just drew it and played it.
But I think
know it's my last sideboard.
Where is the other terror?
Yeah, it's book. So the sideboard was basically like that.
I have 1 terror left somewhere here.
Yeah, I felt like you will probably play this terror, so I decided to keep it on Suki's, and I was afraid of the Citron battles, so just Earth Numbs had to go.
I mean, City in a Bottle coming in against 4 City of Brass, that's for sure.
That's why I kept just 3.
Also like the first games, always lower games is also. But I think this time it fired back in the last game.
I will tell you one thing where you did a mistake, but you know you didn't know. You can't know. But when you decided to find the strip mine with your demonic tutor, and I had full hand of cards, and you decided, okay, let's not find ancestry or something like that because I could counter it. I just didn't have counters.
Yeah, but I mean, if I go tutor and ancestral and you have the counterspell, I have tutor for nothing. And if I strip mine your library there, it's like at least a safe play. So
of course. That's
But unbelievable. I mean, game 1 and 2 were Loa games, right? In that essence.
Yeah.
And of course, we had the game where Nicolas had to go mulligan to 5, and you started with a ancestral recall. But I mean, every game, because you don't have fast decks, right? Every game was like, when is the tipping point? And we thought the tipping point was with Nicolas just previous game, tutor for the win, and then counter, get rid of the troll, and geez, unbelievable. Really epic fifth game, right?
Yeah,
I enjoyed the whole match.
I played. It's like I didn't find because I played regrow. I could find a demonic tutor, find Mind Fist, and discard his whole hand. It was a big mistake, but I felt like I didn't see counterspell yet, and I will just play it with Mishras. Let's keep it aggro, right? And it was a big mistake.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it. I've sideboarded 2 terrors to sit in a wall, Earthquake, Glooms, and 2 Psyblast, and I just get rid of control magics, discs, and
I wasn't sure about his control magics, but lately in the game, I was like, okay, he probably sided it out, but I was super afraid of it because.
And I was pretty sure you board in Armageddon against 3 Maces.
Yeah,
so
I didn't. I wanted, but I didn't.
And I thought, well, Gloom, because you have to play long games, I thought Gloom wasn't that good actually, Nicolas. But I guess your game was, he's not going to play creatures anymore. So get rid of the mazes and just get rid of the shadows with your terror.
Yeah. I mean, it decides on Fireball. I usually keep in Gloom because he has a Circle of Protection red. When he doesn't have a Circle of Protection red, I would probably not sideboard it in.
Pencho, you're doing it wrong, man.
Around protections because you have these discs, and I wanted to keep my board like more controllish. Cheers.
Cheers.
And also, like the disc was, empty. I was thinking you sideboarded in 2 Divine Offerings as well, 3 Disenchants, all this stuff.
Of course I did. I had to, but I was pretty surprised by your Sonic Blast, but I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that you will go for the strategy. Let's burn me.
Yeah, I mean, you have 4 City of Prayers. I was just thinking, and also like the Sylvan Library. This was the idea. You go low, maybe without item anything. So
yeah, we were literally discussing that because you thought eventually that he would board out Bolt, but with either bolt out board and don't go for that plan at all, or indeed board in Sonic Blast, because you have to almost start countering his burn spells while there is so much more else to counter, right? So yeah, I think that plan of adding Sonic Blast in, which also kills a Serra and a Suchi, is actually quite a good side.
Yeah, it is, but I didn't expect that. I was more afraid of the gameplay of Nicolas, like keep these 3 Maze of It and 3 control magics to make me basically impotent. I could do nothing. I was super afraid of even play a creature. In the start, let's say I was able to play Suki turn 2. I was like, I just don't want, because I don't have a disencant and I had no counterplay against control magic. So I was basically frozen and I didn't play like that. But he sided it out. So yes.
Hey, I'm gonna congratulate you, Pencho, and of course Nicolas for making it into the semis. Thank you for playing on the channel. I'm going to stop the live stream right now. So thank you all for watching. It's been great. We had like 50 plus people following your every move all the time. So that was great.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Also, Pencho, good luck in your